see them now. Good morning guys, what is going on and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since my last video, but if you are still here watching this, then I appreciate you and I appreciate your patience as I get back into my groove with YouTube. So my plan for today's video, I am just going to bring you through a very realistic day of eating and training here in Marbella. A lot has changed in my routine recently. There's just been a lot going on. Obviously, I was living with my bestie, Victoria. She just left last week, absolutely heartbroken and miss her so much already. But I definitely feel like I'm falling into the swing of things now, and I thought now would be a good time to just bring you along in a regular day in my life. I have just moved on to cup of tea number 2 of today. And yes, I'm still drinking my cups of tea even when it is 36 degrees outside. Like, tell me you're Irish without saying you're Irish. But anyway, you would have just seen a little glimpse of my current morning routine. I basically do the same thing every morning. I get up, I go for my walk with Pablo. I then had a meeting, I did a little bit of work, and I also had my little pre-workout snack. So I'm training a little bit earlier than usual today. I don't really like having a massive meal in the mornings if I'm training early, because it just makes me feel a little bit sick if my stomach is too heavy before I train. So you would have seen what I just had there. I had some banana on toast with peanut butter, and I had the most amazing flavour in the Ghost Protein ever, the new Oreo flavour. So I am training legs today. I have a big leg day on the cards, and I've actually gotten a videographer to help me out for today's clips. If you've watched my content for a while, you would know that I am very casual and very relaxed when it comes to my clips and my editing. I just do it myself, and I've honestly just been winging it. Like, since I started YouTube, I never really got into the fancy edits and like really cool videos, which I probably should have done sooner. But if you like the style of today's workout, if you like the edits in it, then let me know and I can definitely keep them in the future. I am going to be showing you what I'm eating as well today, so I'm going to be showing the calories and macros for my meals as well. Even though I say this in every video, I think it's really important to just remind you that my macros and calories for my goal are going to be way different to yours. They're not going to be the same. So I'm only showing this as a reference and as an example, but definitely don't go and copy mine, because you could gain a load of weight, you could lose a load of weight. These are specific to me. But I am on a building phase at the moment. I'm in no rush to be building loads of tissue and doing like a turbo bulk and gaining a load of weight really fast. That is never my goal, to be honest, when I'm going into a growing phase. But I actually posted this mini little 9-week transformation on my Instagram this week, and I actually felt like I wasn't making much progress at all until I put these 2 pics side by side, and I'm quite happy with where things are going. I haven't changed anything crazy about my routine. I have changed my training split very slightly to be a little bit more lower body focused, and I've just been gradually increasing my food when necessary, which is all that's really needed, guys, when it comes to building new tissue. I actually had that meal about 40 minutes ago at this stage, so I'm going to go in now, get changed and get to the gym. I'm going to be training at Ultimate Performance. I don't think I've ever showed this gym on my YouTube channel before, but this is by far my favorite gym in Marbella. It's just a little bit further out, so that's why I still train in other gyms and have memberships elsewhere. But if this gym was on my doorstep, I would be absolutely living there. It's incredible. So I'm going to bring you through my session, and I hope you enjoy it.
We're gonna rise, we're gonna rise, see that look in our eyes, we're gonna rise, reborn from the rubble, like kings on the mountain, we emerge from the darkness, it's our fate, never doubted, like a storm in the desert, hear the words of a sermon, we're gonna flood through the valley, and sweep up with the current, like the soul of the river, we rise up and deliver, ain't nothing gonna hold us down. We're gonna rise, we're gonna rise, see the look in our eyes, we're gonna rise, we're gonna rise, we're gonna rise, see the look in our eyes, we're gonna rise. Let the world know we're coming, like smoke on the mountain. I see the tides of the ocean overflow the fountains. Got that rebel behavior, taking fortune and favor, leave it all on the table.
Right guys, I am just back from the gym. I am showered, changed, and I'm making my post-workout meal. So this meal is usually my breakfast, but as you saw today, I trained a little bit earlier, so I'm just having a late breakfast. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you would know I call this my prison breakfast for obvious reasons. When you look at it, it looks like something that would be served to an inmate, no joke. It's just the sausages, to be honest. The rest of the breakfast is fine, but it's the sausages and the way they're cooked. It just looks criminal, but they taste really good. And I said I was going to keep this full day of eating very realistic, and this is what I actually eat. Even if it's not YouTube approved or Instagrammable looking, it's what I eat and I actually enjoy it. So I know this sounds disgusting, but Vicky actually just boiled the sausages one day with the egg. There's actually an egg in there as well. And I would not have personally ever boiled a sausage, but I saw Vicky do it and I just didn't question it. And ever since then I've just boiled the sausages, and I haven't died yet, so we're doing okay. And I'm just cooking up some beans. I season the beans with these like peri peri flakes. I actually just put these flakes on every single meal I make, to be honest. Every dinner and my beans every day. I just don't even know what they are, but they taste really good. And I have some pepper here as well for the beans. And here we have the prison breakfast, guys. Probably the most unpresentable meal you're ever going to see on a YouTube channel, but this is just me being realistic. This is actually what I'm having. When I do eventually get back to Ireland or out of Spain, I am going to be changing the sausages, that's for sure. I'm also having some lactose-free butter on my toast, and this is today's post-workout meal. I am just heading down to El Corte Inglés, my usual spot, because I have a couple of bits I need to pick up. Victoria, if you're watching this, you took half of my makeup bag back to Ireland. Me and Vicky did our makeup together every day, and it seems that everything was a bit mixed up and I have nothing left in my makeup bag. And I've also like started using a lot of her products that I'm missing now, so I'm going to do a little girly trip down to the shopping centre. Gonna get some makeup. I also need to book Pablo in to get groomed. It's actually been a while since I've been down there, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a browse and pick up a few bits and pieces. Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Shopping day was successful. Got more than I needed, but like, what's a shopping day without getting more than you need? Let's be real. And yes guys, I decided to get an Uber home because it's honestly just way too hot. Walking down is fine, but walking back up is just like completely uphill in direct sunlight, and I've already hit my step goal for the day, so you best believe I'm going to be extremely lazy and just Uber at home. It's literally like, I would say it's like a 10 to 12 minute walk, but I just can't do it. Not today, it's too hot. Alright guys, so I ended up getting a little bit more than I planned. I am extremely sweaty right now, it is so hot. And I just did another round of that dreaded hill to get my food shop. But anyway, I'm going to show you some of the bits that I got. So first things first, I needed to get Velvet Teddy lipstick because somehow my one ended up back in Ireland. We're not going to talk about that. If you don't know Velvet Teddy lipstick, then you must be living under a rock. Of course, it's my everyday usual favourite. This one and Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk are my two faves. So I actually have this on me right now, but it was coming to the very end of it, so I just picked this up. So in El Corte they have like basically every brand that you could think of besides Laura Mercier, and that's where I get my foundation. So I was a little bit sad about that. But I did get the Stay Naked Urban Decay foundation. So I used to use this all the time. I absolutely swore by it. But then when I started using Laura Mercier, I just couldn't go back. Obviously they don't have it there, so I was running out of foundation, so I picked this one up, and I got a shade darker than usual, so hopefully my face will actually match my body and I won't look like I was dipped in like brown sauce and you left my face out. So moving on guys, I also picked up these two NARS products as well. The sole reason I picked these ones up is because when Vicky was here, I used to steal these off her every single day when I was doing my makeup, or if I was doing my makeup for nights out, I would take hers. So these are the two products that I got. So this is the Laguna Matte bronzer slash contour. Like, this is what I use to contour my cheeks normally when I'm going on nights out. And then I also picked up this little blush. I also picked up these nails. So if you watch my channel guys, you would know that I always have my nails done, to be fair. But in Marbella, for some reason, whenever I get my nails done, it takes like 3 hours, and I really don't have the time. Like, I do not have the time to sit down in a salon for 3 hours to get nails that would last me like 2 or 3 weeks. Compared to back home, when I would get my nails done, I would be in and out in like an hour and 15 minutes. The last time I got my nails done, it genuinely took 3 hours, and I was just so restless at the table, and it was just not a nice experience. 3 hours is too long. So I picked up these Kiss nails. I've tried different brands, but the Kiss ones are definitely the best, and they come with glue, and they have loads of lengths and styles and stuff. So at the moment I'm actually wearing a set of Kiss nails, unless I have like an event coming up. I think I'll get my nails done for that, but otherwise I'm just wearing my Kiss nails, and they're actually doing me just fine. I also picked up a new pair of sunglasses. This is the little box they come in. And then we have case and the shades. Very cute. What are we thinking, guys? They're a little bit of a statement, to be fair. I don't know if I would call them an everyday pair of sunglasses because of like the flick on top, but this is the shape I always go for when I'm getting sunglasses. And I like that it's just really minimal on the side. It's just the little CD, and that's just it. I'm not too fond of colourful glasses. I'm more for like all black. Let me know what you think. I feel like an idiot with glasses on indoors. And last but not least, I picked up some dresses in Zara. That's one of them. It's like silk, and it has this wrap effect on the front and the little buttons down the side. I think it's actually really elegant looking, like, you know, for a dinner. And there's also room for a bit of belly volume if I want some pasta or something. I thought it was really, really cute. This is the other dress I got. Yeah, it's definitely not hanging correctly. It's like a really strange neckline, but this is a lot more statement, obviously, like zebra print. I'm into animal print at the moment, guys. I just think it's in. Yeah, when I pull it out like that, you can kind of see what the front of it looks like. But again, like dinner on the porch with like a nice pair of sandals, I think it's super comfortable, and the silk is really easy to wear in this weather as well. Right, guys, I am just sitting down to start my evening shift for today. I haven't actually announced this on Instagram yet. I haven't even dropped a hint on Instagram. So if you're watching this video, then you are one of the first to know that I am actually going to be taking on some premium clients very, very soon. And by premium, I mean proper one-to-one coaching. So this is something I've wanted to do for a really long time, something I've been working on and organizing over the last couple of weeks, and proper getting back to my roots of like old school coaching, proper one-to-one WhatsApp communication, 24/7 support. So obviously it's going to be a very, very limited amount of people that I can take on at the start. I'm aiming to launch in the next 2 weeks, so everything is basically ready to go. I just need to do some back-end work, and I'll be ready to launch then. But I am so excited for it. I'm going to have the application form on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram here if you need it. That's where I will be posting all the updates and when everything goes live. So just keep an eye on my page over the next 2 weeks. As I mentioned, it's going to be proper one-to-one coaching. I'll be taking a very, very limited amount of people for obvious reasons, because I'm only one person and I can only manage so much. But that is what I'm working on this evening as well, just getting everything finished and over the line. When it comes to my own fitness goals at the moment, as I said previously in the video, I am currently on a lean bulk. I have gained 5 pounds in the last 9 weeks, which I'm very happy with. Have the last 9 weeks been perfect? Absolutely not by any means. But have I been consistent at the end of each week? Then I would say yes. I've definitely let my hair down, as you can probably tell from Instagram. Like, my main goal this summer was to just live in the moment and be present and enjoy myself, but also keep my goals in mind. So there were some untracked days. There were some days where I had drinks. I have definitely not been perfect over the last few weeks, but that wasn't the goal. I wasn't striving to track every single thing I eat. I was striving to just enjoy myself, but also progress towards my goals, and I think I've achieved that. And I'm actually quite proud of myself in that respect, because if you've watched me for a while, you would know that I am very regimented and I had quite a strict routine, and sometimes I would have gotten stressed and like a little bit freaked out when I came out of my routine. Like, if everything wasn't perfect at the end of each day. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, but I think I sort of got over that hump this summer, and I'm in a place now where I know I can still enjoy myself and progress, especially when it comes to a building phase. I feel like when you're on a cut, you don't always have that much room to play around with, especially if it's like a strict cut. But as I mentioned, my goal was to gain some weight, gain some strength back, and also make life gains, like make some memories with my best friends and let my hair down. So I'm quite happy with how things have went. And speaking of food, guys, I'm just about to make my dinner, so I'm going to show you what I'm having now. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to be making a creamy chicken pasta. I got this dish from Victoria when she was living here. We started off with like 3 ingredients, and then we just started adding loads of more things to it as the summer went on. So this is where we ended up. I'm going to have some peppers, beans, garlic and onion chili, and then this is a sauce I use. So it's Philadelphia Light. I normally use like 40 to 50 grams of it, and it's really low calorie, and it's honestly so tasty when you season it and like add in everything else. I'm going to be seasoning it with the same like peri peri flakes that I used on my beans earlier. A little bit of salt. I'm going to have a chicken fillet, and then I have the usual fusilli pasta. So I'm going to start preparing this now and show you the final product. And here we have it, guys, an absolute mountain of creamy chicken pasta, and it tastes so good. I would highly recommend if you haven't tried it. And that's coming from someone that actually doesn't like cheese. The taste of the Philadelphia Light is actually really good. So I'm gonna get this meal into me now because I am absolutely starving. So myself and Pabs are relaxing on the balcony. I'm feeling exhausted, if I'm honest, guys. I feel like the last few weeks of madness have finally caught up with me, and this week I've just been like recovering and getting into my routine again, and it's all caught up with me, and I feel like an old lady, if I'm honest. I'm in bed most nights by like 10:30 with my laptop on watching Netflix, and I honestly can't complain. So I'm going to put my last meal of the day on the screen for you now that I just had. I'm also going to include the macros and calories for you. I'm not sure what Pablo is smelling right now. Are you alright, buddy? But I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, and I'm sure you will be seeing a lot more of me and Pabs over the next few weeks. I am very glad to be back. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.